Hello to everybody.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
As we promised you yesterday, with us is the superstar Giorgio Duboin. Hello, Giorgino.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Alberto.
Yes. Now, first of all, I would like Giorgino to present the match we are going to see in VuGraph, USA 2 against Italy. And you can see the...
Yes, what I have to say.
In the open room?
In the open room, Massimiliano Di Franco and Andrea Manno, they are playing against Brad Moss and Giorgio. This is a good combination at the table because Manno Di Franco are a tough pair, young, enough aggressive.
Giorgino, you know the four players.
Yes.
You play against all of them a lot of times.
A lot of time.
What is the best quality of Brad Moss and Giorgio and the weakness of this pair?
The best quality of Brad Moss and Giorgio is for sure the pressure they made at the table. They play a very aggressive style, so they open very light, they overcall very light, and they create at the table a lot of problems from the opponents. They are both good car player.
And the weakness?
The weakness that sometimes when they create too many fog at the table, and sometimes they remain involved in the fog.
Well, now, Di Franco Mano, what is the best quality and the weakness?
Best quality, I know, of course, I know better Mano Di Franco. I play teammate with them. Sometimes also I play with Massimiliano Di Franco in some event together. I think they are a very, very good pair. Now better and better because they
are improving.
They are improving. They play a very good system. They know very well what they are doing at the table. And they are both strong player. The weakness is sometimes they have some little blackout. That means they play very, very well, and maybe they have couple of board. Nobody knows why.
In your opinion, the Italian pair is available that resist the strong pressure.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
The quality, one of the best quality of Mano Di Franco is they never, they have a strong attitude at the table. I made one example. This year, for example, we played together the Italian Championship. They play very well. There was a match, 4 boards in a row. They lost probably they had so they had 4 very bad results. Nobody at the end they didn't know why they did bad result, but after they play fantastic. So. Also, when something goes bad,
they play better under pressure.
Yes.
Okay, Alberto, do you want to add something before we comment the other table?
No, I don't want to add anything. Well, the only thing I would like to say is that maybe they put this match on VuGraph because they all hope that Benito was playing. Yesterday played a perfect third match, and Garros on VuGraph would have been some. What do you think, Giorgio?
I would like to see Benito on VuGraph. Benito is there is no words to
legends of world.
To
Fernando, you want to add something else?
Of course. No, do you want to comment something more
No,
before?
not
No.
about this. About
Okay.
the ranking.
Sandra, can we see the other table? Gandoglia Donati against Rosenberg Pepsi. What do you think about this table?
This table is completely different because I don't know very well this pair like the other two, because Gandoglia Donati I met a few times in Italy. I know they are good. Giovanni Donati is for sure the future for the Italian bridge, but I don't.
Do you feel that maybe they need more experience to?
Yeah, I think they probably they have less experience than the other Italian pair. No, Mano Di Franco plays always together and in all the events of the year. The other two, Giovanni and Gandoglia, plays not every time of the year together. So the is different. I think that.
But the other pair, the American pair, is a new pair, no?
The American pair is a new pair.
Two wonderful players, of course, but
two very strong player. Michael Rosenberg is very technical player. Very strong. If you remember, he won all the contest.
Yes,
with the
per
contest for double dummy, single dummy solver, but incredible puzzle. So he's a very technical player, very strong. And Pepsi is a player more very adaptable with for any partner. So he used to play all the year with different partner, and he is very good to do this.
Pepsi play very fast in the table. He's a fast player.
And Rosenberg is one of the so
they have balance.
Yeah, they have balance, because probably otherwise it should be a problem for the other two.
Alberto, I want to ask you something. Remember in the 90s when the organizer they declared World Cup as Benito won the declared World Championship?
Yes.
Can you comment something about it?
Well, I can just comment that the next year I think Cementa won, so it shouldn't be something very important. No, of course I'm joking, but Benito is really, and you should have asked Giorgio. Benito is really the man who changed all bridge, mostly in the bidding, not Giorgio.
Yes, when
play is always
the same technique. But declare place, it's always.
No, Benito was a mentor for all the Italian player. He was the first who starts thinking bridge in a different way. So he put a lot of convention in the bidding. He put a lot
new way of
behaving
at the table, behaving
yes,
in bidding.
No, he decided more information in any in bidding, in defense. The more information you have is you could have best result. So he starts studying a lot of different things, maybe too many, because there was a period, I remember when I was very young, there was a period at the club, every day, single day he came
with a new conversion,
with a new system, practically.
Yes, practically a new system.
30% of the system was changed during the night because he thought that
okay, shall we have a look, Sandra, at the ranking and new classification? Well, I think that from now on we have played 12 matches out of 21. From now on, they start two different championships. One is for the teams who are between, let's say, the 7th and the 11th place to get a place in the 8th first. And another championship is to be in the first four, and not. But Giorgio, I remember South Africa, but let's forget about this. Do you think that it's really important to be in the first four? And I finish my question saying, to me, the worst position you can take is the fourth.
Yes.
You agree with?
Yes.
Okay.
The worst position is for sure the fourth, and sometime. But it depends. The fourth is for sure the worst position, and for a good team, it's bad to be in the second part, because nobody wants to pick you at the end.
Also, because I remember that usually there is a team not so strong in the first four, which is fourth. So for the team which is very strong to be in the second, fourth, is advantage, or at least the best vantage to be first.
Yes, because here in this kind of championship, you know that because if the two American team will reach the semi-final, has to play together in semi-final. So it's less important than in other championship. But to choose is very important normally, because you choose not only the quarter final, but also the semi-final.
Your way to the final.
Your way to the final.
I noticed that there are. We talked about Italy, USA too. Then there is a Netherlands, Brazil, and Monaco, Bulgaria, who are very important for Monaco. At the moment is 10th, but Bulgaria is winning 12-0 against Monaco, and Netherlands is 4th, and Brazil is 8th. So what do you think about these two matches? For Monaco, could be the last chance, or no?
For Monaco, I will not define the last chance, because Monaco is a very strong team, a danger, because they are very strong. They could play very well.
For example, if they enter the second four from 5th, nobody will choose to play against Game Wellness. So could be a advantage.
This is but the problem is that for the moment Monaco didn't play the bridge they're
used to play.
They used to play. Of course, the time
will help them to improve and to.
There is pressure when you start. When you play this kind of championship. Is better. Sometimes it's better to be to start slow or to start fast. The worst is to have the pressure to stay always between the 10th, the 11th. This is because it looks that every single match is the most important one, and it is not true.
But it's
but
very
the pressure for the team could be
Fernando
bad.
has to ask you something, I think.
Yes, someone of our followers want to know how many world titles do you have?
I have world title. I have one in Estoril. I don't have the one in Bali because I didn't play the final, and I have 3 Olympic games, world 3 Olympic championship.
5 great titles.
And 1 Rosenblum in
6. And how many times do you won the Butler pair?
Many. I never count, but in European Championship with Norberto, and I won also with Antonio. I think in Olympic in Beijing.
In Beijing they were fantastic.
And my Butler is important, but it is just for statistics because, of course, it depends. You know that not the player don't trust at all in Butler, but the Butler is something.
Another question of one follower, Martin Sonka, want to know what is the importance of the system against the card play in relation with the card play.
Okay. I think now this is a complicated because I don't want to be misunderstood. Okay, there was a period in bridge where I thought that the card playing was the less important part of the, because more or less after 80s maybe all the players, top player or high level, certain level,
they play more or less the same way.
More or less the same way. So the different winning point in card play was very
so little, no comparison because how many points
and we won in million of points in bidding. We start playing transfer, we start playing special, the special double to show the length of the suit, the point, the blah 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 blah. And I remember the in the period we won a lot of European champions. Every score we had a plus 20 points just only because the system, because we play from the right side, because we found the right suit, blah 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 blah. But without nothing, plus 20, plus 30 every score. Now everybody plays this kind of bridge. Everybody is aggressive, everybody plays from the right side, so they
you feel a difference
now
between 10 years ago.
Yes, now I feel that the card playing it became more important than before because the more or less the situation is inverted.
Okay, thank you to our followers and keep sending.
Wait,
No.
I don't want to miss the chance to ask a question.
Okay.
As well. So, there are a lot of young players now in the open teams, and they're playing for the first time in their team. So, do you remember the first time you played in your national team, and how were you feeling?
Okay.
Not as a junior.
No. As yes, I play. The first time I play in national team, open national team, was a common market championship in Ostend, I believe 1982. So
junior?
Yeah, I was junior, but I play also with Vivaldi, and they decided to pick a junior to play in the open team, and we won. So my first experience was very good, very good one, because the first time I played in national open team of Italy, wasn't the European champion, the common market, but still in that period was still a good, an important champion. We won, so I lost all my.
Yeah. And the second question I want to ask you, like, all our followers want to know how to defeat you. So we were speaking about the very good things and the flows of the players we have there. I want to know which is your best thing and your worst thing, and Dennis as well. So they will have a chance to beat you at the table.
But it's very difficult to analyze ourselves, but I think my best things in bridge is that I more or less I don't have any weakness, so I could play normally for a long time, making a few mistakes. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes, but sometimes they are not so evident, and more or less I am not. Once there was chatting with Zia. This is interesting. There are some players that have one eye that is the highest possible, but they also have
very low
point, and
here is probably somebody calling him to play with.
No. And there are other players like me that I don't have my eye very high, but my low.
You never go down. Yeah.
Yes, my average is still reasonable anytime. So. Can
you say something to us about Dennis, your new partner?
Dennis is really a fantastic player. And especially a fantastic guy. Yeah. I am very happy to play with him because we playing with Dennis is really a pleasure. We don't have any for one Italian is very difficult because normally, the Italian at the table, they have a lot of discussion, a lot of
argues.
We fight at the table, after the match, before the match.
We are well known for moving our hands all the time.
With Dennis, doesn't matter what's going on at the table. He smile, I smile, everything is okay. I feel myself more Danish than before.
Exactly like with Samantha. He smiled, you smile. No, Bucky was not so
bad. He's a fun guy, come on. Bucky's a fun guy.
No, Bucky, no, Samantha is a terrible partner.
But we love him anyway.
Yes.
May I ask you something that I asked 2 days ago, but we were not broadcasted. Do we have any hope that you will be again in the World Championship or in European?
I don't know. The problem, as I just said, I'm playing with a Danish guy, so to have to participate to one championship, I need to find an Italian partner or become Danish myself,
or we Danish, just ask a very beautiful girl to marry Dennis in Italy. That's also
or retire for something like 30 years, then coming back when you are 90 and be the legend of bridge. Okay, Fernando.
Well, we need to make a cut, but I let you some question.
I would like to say something because I am here on behalf of the World Bridge Federation. I hope everybody knows I am a member of the board of the WBF, and especially I am the representative of the player. So I would like to encourage everybody to follow the site of the WBF, to use the express line to the high-level player commission, and thinking that we are player, so the other representative of the player is Simon Molson, and we are at disposal to everybody, to any kind of contact. If you don't want to use the express line, that is bad, because we have
but the people can be sure that it's anonymous.
Yes, the people can be sure that is everything confidential, because we are not a cult. We are just a commission that could follow the advices of the player. So we don't need to publish this guy send us this. No reason to. So this is confidential, and I can say more. If anybody would like to contact me directly without using the express line, I am at disposal on everybody. I think it's easy to find my email address
in the site.
So please use the express line or contact me directly for any question, any problem involving the bridge activity.
When I let you the one question for when restart. Clara Gaines from Argentina want to know, what do you feel taking Agustín Madala living in your heart for many years when he was 17? But don't answer now. We make a
later.
Yes. Mario?
At least Joe Grew can console himself with the thought that it wasn't on VuGraph.
Bon, voilà le grand chelem à pic, là. Demandé en salle fermée. Grand.
Looks like East showed a good hand with spades. Then he used Blackwood. Then he found two aces, and then he bid the Grand Slam. I guess you have to make sure that you set spades as trumps so that you will get to find out about aces, but if you get set hearts as trumps, you get to find three key cards, and that's just as good.
Donc S, ça fait le Blackwood en salle fermée, a appris qu'il y avait deux As, donc ça fait 12 levées, deux têtes, avec les deux As, et un petit quelque chose pour l'ouverture, 13 levées. Donc je pense qu'il n'est pas difficile à appeler.
They have both?
Yes. Like two different systems depending on vulnerability.
Ah, I have only seen one.
Well, I know there is another one, but it's just not here. So, East, I think, has relayed and shown a strong hand with spades. In Guadeloupe, Australia, in the Dorsey Trophy, they passed Blackwood. And they did make 13 tricks.
And look there. Australia 60.
Australia had an even more embarrassing accident. Is it worse to play a Grand Slam in Blackwood or in part score? At least they made their part score. Yeah, so the pair for Australia who come back with 10-10 on their card and pick up 11 imps will say, yeah, we expected to gain on that one. Netherlands, Brazil, also played in part score. You know what happens on these auctions? It goes a heart past 2 spades, and you can't remember whether it's strong or weak. So you keep the auction open with 3 clubs, and partner bids 3 spades, and now you know it must be weak, so you pass it. It's much easier to play in 3 spades than it is in 2 spades on this hand, I think. And I'm sure that West, when he passed 3 spades, would blame his partner.
Voilà, c'est le problème de jouer des gadgets partout. Même au plus haut niveau, on oublie les mises au point. À force d'avoir trop de séquences singulières, on oublie. Bon, voilà le Blackwood. J'imagine. Donc il va conclure à 7 piques parce qu'il a 400. Voilà, il va conclure à 7 piques parce qu'il a 12 levées, et des fois la 13e vient d'un affranchissement des cœurs ou de choses comme ça, ou d'une expasse. Alors 500 atouts, un roi, alors là 700 atouts, voilà. 6 cœurs, le roi de cœur, 700 atouts.
Yes, you want to play 7-0, don't you? Because you can count 13 tricks if the spades run, but if the spades don't break, you might bring the heart suit in. Just for the record, notice that the team that played part score in the Bermuda Bowl is actually in a qualifying position at the moment. So these accidents do happen even in the best of families. If they have any more like that, they may not be in a qualifying position, I suppose.
Donc Mano est à l'entame. C'est toujours très difficile d'entamer contre un grand chelem. Donc la première chose qu'on cherche contre un grand chelem, c'est est-ce que mon partenaire a un as?
Indeed.
Ça peut arriver, ça m'est arrivé déjà, de demander un grand chelem avec un as dehors. Ensuite, on se demande comment ne pas livrer de levée. Et on essaye d'anticiper le jeu de la carte. Des fois, il y a des communications à attaquer. Donc, il va finir par entamer trèfle.
It wasn't that bad an opening lead.
I think it might have gone one heart three spades.
Also possible.
Because some people play like this, definitely forcing. One heart, two spades is weak. One heart, spade, two clubs, two spades is constructive. That's
It also makes sense.
Bon, l'as de pique pour voir qu'ils sont pas 5-0 et je monte mon jeu.
Nicely played. No swing. Halfway through the set, USA leading 27-10, and they haven't finished board 9 in the closed room. Natural auction to 2-no trump, North having opened the bidding.
Voilà, donc Di Franco n'a pas ouvert, une main de 10 points, avec une belle couleur, vert contre rouge en premier. Je pense que c'est le seul du championnat.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who would open that North hand, but even non-vulnerable against vulnerable in second seat, it seems a little pushy.
Voilà, il les annonce quand même.
Well, he couldn't stay out of the auction forever, not with as many as 10 points. So he's backed in with 2 clubs, and that rates to end the auction. South, knowing that he's facing a past partner, can hardly improve the contract at this stage, can he? I do sympathize with North for bidding 2 clubs here. He thought his partner was going to be on lead to 1-no trump. Now, an interesting question is whether South could have bid diamonds naturally over 1 diamond by bidding 2 diamonds, and that whether 2 hearts would be the majors over a diamond. If that's the case, then maybe 2 diamonds could be construed as some kind of club raise, or would you always bid 2 spades with that hand?
Voilà, est-ce qu'il va essayer 2 cœurs, 2 piques? Non, il annonce ses couleurs naturellement. Donc, en face d'un partenaire qui a passé d'entrée, j'aurais passé avec la main de sud. Je ne sais pas pourquoi il a dit 2 carreaux. Parce que le fit à cœur est lointain, puisque Nord peut dire un carreau passe un pique contre avec 5 trèfles et 4 cœurs.
Right.
2-no.
So it looks like North-South have got to 2-no trumps.
Mais là, il est maximum de son passe, donc il va peut-être se laisser aller à dire 300 atouts.
Nobody has doubled it yet, and West knows what his partner's opening bid style is like, but he might double this one.
Voilà.
Yeah, he didn't take that long. East had opened in second seat vulnerable, so I like his choice. This is what would we call this? An escape to 4 clubs. I think East should double that, don't you? Wimp.
Bon, ben, au lieu de jouer 2 trèfles, ils en jouent 4.
Well, defenders haven't got that many tricks. If East leads the Queen of Hearts, they're not going to beat 4 clubs a lot if Declara guesses clubs, and he might well do so. South did well to escape from 3 no trumps doubled, which would not have been much fun.
Dame valet de cœur. Bon, ça arrange un peu le déclarant.
It's a good start for declarer. He's going to make about 9 tricks in this contract, I think. If the defenders don't take their spade rough, I can see declarer coming to 9 tricks, maybe 10. If declarer leads a trump to the 9 at trick 2, that is.
Yeah. He might not.
He might not, I agree. But he isn't doubled. In the closed room, by the way, the contract was 2 no trumps on the lead of the Queen of Diamonds. Donati held the Queen and shifted to a spade, which was, I think, the best defense. They set up a long spade trick. Declarer took out the entry to dummy as well, I guess. So he took 1 spade, 3 hearts, and a couple of clubs and a diamond. Down 1. We should warn anybody whose cell phone is going off that their team will get charged victory points if they let it ring.
Bon, As de cœur et trèfle la dame. Et Est est encore en main et il a du mal à trouver le bon flanc. Il va rejouer cœur.
Difficult defense. If declarer does play a club to the 9,
Ah oui, trèfle 9, c'est bien joué. Oui. Bon, il n'a pas joué trèfle 9.
think East might exit with the King of Diamonds. Certainly sounds like declarer is short in diamonds on this auction.
A heart, perhaps?
I think a diamond is less dangerous. The risk in the heart suit is visible.
Donc jouer trèfle 9, si ça marche, ça ne rapporte pas grand-chose parce qu'il va falloir couper des carreaux. En fait. Il va bien falloir jouer as de carreau, carreau pour rentrer en main. Voilà, Est est dans le brouillard complet, il ne sait pas qui a le 10 de cœur, qui a la dame de carreau. Alors il se demande avec quoi son partenaire a contré 300 atouts. Bon, 6 points, très bien, mais...
Well, hello again. Giorgino, remember the last question. How was the experience to have one strange living in your house for many years? Agustín Madala.
That was a very good experience, because when we decided to pick Agustin.
You are talking about Lavazza team.
Yes, the Lavazza team. So, we need a new player, so we talk with Maria Teresa Lavazza. There is a guy, very talented guy from Argentina. What do you think? If we could keep in the team, so she accepted.
He was 17.
He was 17, yes, and she accepted, and we decided to invite Agustin. The problem was that every 17-year-old, changing completely his life, so moving from Argentina to Italy. He didn't speak Italian in that moment, because after 1 week his Italian was fluently, and so we decided that the best solution was to invite Agustin to live in my family. Otherwise it became very too shocking for him. So he arrived, this guy, very funny, and immediately I have a son that has 1 year less than Agustin, the same. So he arrived at my home, and immediately he becomes the second son for me and for my wife, a brother for my son. Also my cat love Agustin, and we create probably one of the best player, but also between Agustin and my family there is a special connection.
Do you remember the first time you took him in Rome? You were in my car, we were in front of St. Peter, and I asked him, "What is this?" And he answered, "A church." And I threw him out of the car. But he was really...
No, he was really... So he lived with me for 1 year something. After he rented a small apartment 150 meters from my house, so we live 50-50, very close, and finally, if he decides to come back to Argentina, he's married, but still, I think all my family consider Agustin a member of the family.
You say that Agustin were in Team Lavazza, so I have to ask you, how Lavazza, Maria Teresa, was as a captain of the Italian team for so many years, in which you won so much. Was she a good captain, really?
Maria Teresa Lavazza was the best captain ever, because she was the best captain for her personal team, and especially for the national team, because she did really a good job, having one professional bridge team, personal bridge team. She always made the best thing for the national, without considering the relationship between his personal player. So he never favored for example, Norberto and me. So if we play well, it's okay. Otherwise,
I remember in the
the
final
one was
exactly
the perfect captain, and of course she helped us a lot. We all the Italian bridge player has to thank Maria Teresa Lavazza for what she did in bridge world.
Let me ask you another thing about this Lavazza team. This question regards a man who we both loved. You were his best friend, and he was a real member of the Lavazza team, and is well known from everybody in the bridge world because I think he was the best commentator in VuGraph I ever heard. Guido Ferraro. You played with him, you were a friend with him, he was always with your team when you went abroad. Do you miss him?
Really a lot. Guido for me was a real brother, more than a brother, because we didn't grow up together because I wasn't born in Turin, but we met the first time when we were 17 years old, and we became immediately very good friends. We played together in junior. After we played sometime in open. So with Guido, but the problem was not the bridge. We used to live in the same town, so practically once or twice a week we had a dinner together, we spend a holiday together, we travel together. It's really more than a brother.
I think many people in the bridge world, they miss Guido.
Yes.
He was a great friend, don't you agree, Fernando?
Yeah.
I have the opportunity to make him a good interview during Beijing 2008, so I have a wonderful memories of Guido. But talking about your junior time, can you remember who another juniors in your time become a bridge star?
When I was junior,
Alberto Bocchi, one of them.
Yes, Norberto Bocchi was. We weren't partner together in the period of the junior because Norberto is younger than me, two years. And I used to play with Guido in junior, but of course Norberto was member of the team and he became a star.
For
other country, Thor, Helnes. We were junior in the same period. Van Paventin, yes, Van Paventin, and he played with another player that I have a good memory, but now I know he still plays bridge, but
Juan Fernandez?
Carlos Fernandez was a very good friend of ours and very good bridge player, but
he's a CEO of
he decided to work seriously in another another field, and he did very well. I know.
And from Poland?
From Poland, we were junior. Gavrish, Piotr Gavrish. We won with
Giorgio,
Guido.
can we stop for a while, because I think there is a very interesting hand that you can commentate.
Okay, what's going on? One
In the other room, they played in two diamonds down one. Now they are playing three spades double.
Three spades double. Oh. Okay.
Spades are not really well.
No, spades are not really well. There are three losers outside, and he has to manage to lose two diamond, one heart, and only one spade.
Which is not so easy.
Not so easy. Look at the bidding. One spade, double, very aggressive, but good distribution and few points. One trump, I think, is should be or good raising spades or transfer club, but I believe good raising spades after the bidding of two spades. So looks normal to arrive at least in three spades. The trump are very bad. Now
Will the trump well divided? It would be.
no, it would be a normal for spades. But now with this distribution, he has to work. Diamond, diamond, diamond.
Diamond, diamond, two tricks for
Two tricks. Now
East is the one who has to play. What could he play to? He can play just a heart or
I think it's very difficult to play hearts.
third round of diamonds.
Probably he would play a third round of diamond or club.
Or club. Let's imagine that he plays club and Di Franco guess and
No, he played hearts.
he played art.
Okay, now he has to Duck, King, Jack. Now,
And black.
oh, if they don't play, because he has enough entry to finish the spades. Because if they play hearts and hearts,
Yes, two entry notes.
two entry in hearts, one entry in club, so he can
He can finish twice spades.
twice spades.
Supposing that he play against Trump 5-0.
Yes, but of course Trump are 5-0. He knows that.
See, Fernando, the difference between us and somebody like Giorgio.
How is
He say, of course.
But how is-
yes, no, I just noticed this.
How is possible that people W in three spades when four spades looks a very good contract
Yeah.
without Trump
With
5-0?
spade 3-2.
Also now it is a double dummy problem, because after the bidding one spade double and after two diamond he bid three diamond, so
He played another heart.
so now when they declare could see ace of diamond and king of hearts from the from west in west, how is possible that east doesn't have void in spades?
Already there are no reason to double, but also in this situation he had not so many reasons to but without void in spade it was incredible that he doubled the opening bid of the Franco.
Now the only problem for the declarer is to play jack of clubs to the queen, because if he
I think that group play
they play heart and heart, he won the 10 and he plays spades, 9, queen. Now if you play normal jack of club, small queen, spade, 10, king, heart, spade to the 8.
he could make three spades.
Yeah, easy make.
So this could be a very good result for Italy if he makes three spades.
This is so my prediction was attended. I told you that at the beginning that about the style of the pair.
You played with Di Franco, Giorgino, didn't
I
you?
played with
Is
Di
he
Franco.
good at declarer?
Yes, he's a very good bridge player. He is another guy that he has a fantastic character, very good attitude at the table. And
It seems to me
I enjoy
somebody
playing.
doesn't
Yeah, I enjoy
create
playing.
problems. It doesn't
Yeah.
make troubles.
It's very
Quiet.
very quiet. He play okay. He has. I told you the only problem. Sometimes he miss just a little bit of concentration of the table.
Now he's playing the way you say. 10 to or to.
Okay. Looks a claim. I didn't understand, but looks in the imagine.
630. So it looks really claim.
I made.
No, difference is
different,
630. 630 for Italy. That now the match is almost tie. 22 to 29.
Yeah, I saw that there was a big swing.
Another.
And.
So, do you mind if we stay here for you can come because there is another very interesting end.
So what's happening in close room? 2 hearts
From
with 6-5, 5 clubs, 5 hearts, 5 spades.
Double.
Pass.
Against a 5-0. 5-0 in. What do you think about this, Giorgino? Is it normal that they put 2 5 in a row?
No, I don't think it's normal, but I think nobody pick the hand or makes a strange thing. It's happened. Probably there is something we didn't understand yet. Creating the deal with the computer is different than shuffle the board, and so we had a set of board very flat, a set of board very.
Is this a one down, an easy one down, or I mean in the closed room they played 2 down. Why these 2 down in the closed room? You have
2 down.
Lead the heart 5 of heart.
But to beat 2 tricks, they need to play club. So
Club.
ace of heart and club, ace of diamond, club rough.
Because he has no.
They pay it.
But if he plays jack of spades, ace, king, and 10.
Yes, but
Still
heart
they-
to the ace
Yeah.
and club. Now, when enter with the queen of spades, could play diamond, ace, and club
he
rough.
makes a rough, yeah.
But probably, I don't know, 2 clubs pass 4 spades,
4 no trumps,
5 clubs.
5 clubs. What?
In any case, 5 spades is a good sacrifice.
Because you make 5 hearts.
You make 5 hearts, yes.
In north-south, they make 5 hearts, losing just a club and a diamond. Can you make 5 clubs on this line?
This line, no, because the rough in spades.
Immediate rough in spades, yes. Well, while they're thinking, oh, okay, now they bet 5 hearts. So, let's see how the hand finished. Pass, double 5 hearts by Giorgio again. Oh, this could be another big chance for Italy.
Yes, looks that he's gonna make five, easy five. So this is another 650, less 300, 358 points.
So, Giorgino, you are having a good risk, a great risk that you have to stay here all the time, because when you're here, Italy does very well.
Well, what do you think that is the most best pair nowadays in bridge?
No, this is a very difficult question because I think in the past there was few pairs that makes really something different to the other comparing the other players. So we could have a hypothetic ranking, but now more or less the professional.
Okay, I change the question.
It depends from the moment. No? There is some if you see the result of the championship of the very important tournament, there is change all the time. So now the bridge is more open to everybody because there is no big difference between the pair, so it depends from the form of the moment.
For you, what is more uncomfortable? A young pair very aggressive or some master more experienced?
I like of this is it depends, but no, I prefer to play against good player, but not so aggressive, because sometimes when you meet a pair that they have the intention only not to let you play bridge. Could be anything at the table. So the bridge is not a real bridge. You score plus 800, minus 300. It becomes a real gambling.
All over the years and years you played with national team, and also now you play with Lavazza team. There was one pair that you really didn't want to meet. Which was the pair that disturbed you most? I mean, also in 20 years ago.
It should be easy to say
Mackwell,
but I don't. By absurd wasn't the truth because in the period. I played with Norberto, more or less all the match against United States or against Team Nickel, more or less at the end Norberto and me used to play against Max Rodwell 90% of the time or more. So we knew each other very well. There was a sort at the beginning, probably a sort of curiosity by them because they didn't know us very well. But now, and after we became close to be friends, so it was a lot of respect. And
Sandra, can we see the hand that are playing now?
Yeah, but. You know, of course,
Italy took the lead of the match.
Yes.
And now they are playing Train of Trams. In the other room, the Italian pair cash 500 in 4 hearts doubles. So
what happens in Trino Trump now?
depend the lead.
Well, I think
Club lead.
the lead will be club.
Well,
What would you lead, Giorgio, with this?
all is wrong. All the cards are wrong in the wrong side. Declare can be 2 spades, 2 heart, one diamond and 2 clubs. But the contract is undouble, so Italia can gain more aims here.
Yes, but not really a lot because it looks that he makes a few tricks. It's gonna make.
I don't think only 4 tricks.
No, I'm gonna make probably 6 tricks.
If Di Franco can make 7 tricks, Italia gain 7 aims.
It's not that easy.
Yes, 6 on the top is not normal to play on diamond. It looks normal to play ace on hearts. So as 5-1. He gets the lead. Spade was better than club.
While we're waiting, excluding Italians, which do you think was the best player of your age, of your time? I mean, not Garozzo, not of that time, the time you were playing. The single player, I don't mean the pair.
If I have to pick one player it's not exactly my age because he's older than me, but one single name, Michel Perrault.
Michel, you always say that he's better than Shemla.
Was completely different.
What about Bob Hammond? Not your age,
Yeah.
but he played against
of
you.
course, he's another
Yes, I know, but
another
they played
legend. But no, because I knew very well Michel. I played a lot against him. One time also together, but it was really an extraordinary player. Hammond, yes, of course, is a legend of the bridge. He's still he plays still very, very, very well, but he's different. He's another kind of player for me.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we?
We can make a cut and restart at the final. to
Okay.
comment
The results.
all the match.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So you think West is going to underlead the Queen of Spades now? He knows his partner has the Jack, and he wants his partner to play a diamond through, so he might play the 10 of Spades.
But he's not even.
I'm sorry, you're right. It's South is on lead. I beg your pardon. If South leads a low diamond to West, then West can underlead in Spades to get one trick off the end play.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like West is thinking of unblocking a diamond on her. So now a diamond exit would end play West if he didn't have a spade to escape with, but he does. So I think De Clara can probably only score the king of hearts now.
If he takes it.
You mean if he doesn't take it,
Yeah.
West, but leads a diamond, West gets out with a low spade.
East cashes nearly every trick.
Yep.
Better than 500.
Mm-hmm. No double, no trouble. North is saying, finally we get a hand where West should have doubled, and he doesn't.
Well, he had used them already.
Another 500. Yeah, good point. Used up all his double cards. Okay. A triumph for North-South to reach 6 clubs off the ace and king of trumps. What went wrong? Club, a heart, a spade, 4 clubs. This is a hand that was played in part score in most tables.
Donc il y a eu une mésentente en salle fermée, un trèfle, un cœur, un pique. Et Nord a dit 4 trèfles avec ses 5 cœurs et 4 trèfles. Croyant que c'était du cœur, pensant annoncer du cœur et du trèfle, et visiblement son partenaire a compris ça comme le fit à pique et le splinter à trèfle.
It does look like North had a 3 club bid. I wonder whether he just pulled the wrong bid. It's very hard to explain. I'm going to assume it was just an accident because nothing else makes any sense. 1 diamond in this room is a transfer. 1 spade by South shows real spades and clubs. And North might have a 3 club invitation, or perhaps 2 clubs is XYZ to start an invitational sequence. Or 1 no trump.
Mm-hmm. Ça tombe bien, une enchère d'un sans atout.
It's a good save against the slam bid in the other room. I don't understand why North didn't raise clubs. Well, the Queen of Hearts will score trick 1 and De Clara will give up 2 clubs and finish up making 7 or 8 tricks and gain about 12 imps, 11 or 12 imps in the process, which is an unexpected bonus. So remember, the score in this match was 29 to 1. at one point, and Italy have scored, it's going to be something like 45 imps without response.
Donc sur entame-cœur, la dame qui fait la levée. Le 2 est un appel, visiblement, puisque Est en a rejoué.
So the diamond finesse holds.
Mais là, Sohi va tenter un squeeze carreau-pique plutôt que l'impasse.
Okay. No diamond finesse. 3 rounds of clubs, ace of spades and a heart. I think you have to give up a trick in the ending, but it's 120. Closed room. East-West played 4 hearts for 420. With trumps 2-2, I guess. You can set up the clubs still. Good result for East-West. Depends how many diamond roughs the defenders get against 4 spades.
Petit psychique de Ouest, sans doute, sauf si c'est conventionnel, je ne sais pas. Ça m'étonnerait.
Not many.
Looks like 4 spades doubled goes 1 down.
Voilà, donc Ouest avec le fit à cœur a essayé d'impressionner l'adversaire en disant un sans atout sur un pic.
Oh, that's on a diamond lead, I suppose.
Combien 4 trèfles, voilà, préventivement. Donc Est avec ses 3 petits pics, c'est qu'il n'y en a que 2 en face au maximum. Donc il annonce un gros bicolore, il est sûr d'être fité. Voilà, Gru est content de son petit coup. Il joue 4 cœurs tranquilles.
Yep, East-West done well to buy the hand in. 4 hearts with 4 spades, such a cheap save.
I guess you better rough a spade and play a club from west up to ace-jack.
Right. Feels like the natural thing to do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Donc il y a un West a un pic à couper au mort, et il lui restera plus qu'un atout pour affranchir les trèfles. Donc il se demande comment il va manier les trèfles. Est-ce qu'il va essayer l'honneur second en sud, en jouant petit trèfle vers le 10 du mort, ou jouer trèfle du mort en espérant roi-dame placé.
It's a
Dame
little,
9 ou roi 9.
it's a little trouble with the trumps if you play small from dummy and north keeps his jack.
Oui.
No. Put in the 8, that's good play. Otherwise you wouldn't have interest
Voilà.
to play twice clubs up to ace-jack.
Donc voilà, il a 2 rentrées au mort maintenant. Il va en utiliser une pour jouer le 10 de trèfle et une deuxième pour jouer trèfle. Et comme tout est placé, ça va marcher. Alors, petit trèfle du mort ou 10 de trèfle? Petit trèfle. Non?
Aha. Ooh, that was lucky.
Well, I think North could see he wanted his partner in, didn't want to waste his partner's club on her. If De Clara had ace-jack-8, he wasn't going to beat it.
Il va peut-être faire 5 alors. Un IMP pour l'Italie. Ah, pour les États-Unis, excusez-moi.
2 boards to go. Italy lead by 17. Closed room, North-South played 5 hearts, bidding on over 4 spades. 4 spades would have cost 500. Neither 6 clubs nor 6 hearts come home, do they? Don't get enough discards.
No.
Same start, 1 heart, 1 spade, and 2 no trumps, a limit raise with 4 trumps or better. Again, Michel, I ask, I don't know whether there is a French word for a question expecting the answer no.
No, it's more and more used in France.
Okay. 2 no trumps, not natural in this auction. The
Ouais.
2 spade cubid would show 3 trumps and 2 no trumps shows 4. Okay. Same bidding sequence.
Voilà, 200
precisely.
atouts pour montrer l'enchère de 3 cœurs avec un jeu propositionnel. Donc c'est de plus en plus joué.
So would you bid 5 hearts as north? Would you bid 5 clubs to help partner with a decision later in the auction if there is a later?
Oui. Est-ce qu'on dit 5 trèfles ou on peut dire contre aussi, d'appel? Si on joue le... Non, il ne joue pas les comptes d'appel, visiblement. 5 trèfles. Et c'est pour suggérer une surenchère au palier de 6.
If 5 clubs is natural and doesn't promise slam interest, South can bid 5 hearts, but would North bid the same way with Ace-Jack third of diamonds and avoid in spades,
Oui.
when your side would be lay down for slam in either hearts or clubs?
Donc là, Sud a un jeu énorme, là. Sud a un jeu énorme. Et Est aussi, puisqu'il a les carreaux, alors que la couleur secondaire de l'adversaire est trèfle. Donc il a bien envie de dire 5 piques, mais il a peur de pousser Est-Ouest au chelem.
East has a reasonable hand, but he also has 2 cards in each of hearts and clubs, and it's hard to imagine you haven't got 3 or 4 losers from the side suits.
Voilà, 5 carreaux peut-être. Ah non. Donc Sud va dire 6 cœurs, quoi, avec ce fit à trèfle, il est obligé. Hein.
I think this is a very, very difficult decision for South.
Non, c'est obligé. On obéit à son partenaire. Maintenant, c'est Est-Ouest qui sont au chantage.
Now, East-West going to save, do you think?
Oui. Hein, Ouest a rien de rien. Ah, le pass est alerté. Donc, effectivement, il y a des conventions pour donner le nombre de levées de défense. Compte, j'ai une levée de défense. Non.
Well, everybody did well up to a point. But a game of chicken, South tempted West, West bit, and plus 100 and a gain of 13 imps turns into minus 800 and a loss of 4 imps. But nobody did anything really silly.
Ah, on ne sait pas, hein, c'est pas sur la feuille. Je ne vois pas.
I guess
Gru might want to reduce his cards even further from the box.
You know, as we say, he lives by the sword and dies by the sword. His opponents have caught him out a couple of times this set, but it's not going to change his attitude to life.
Donc Gru a fait encore une entame que je ne comprends pas. Entame et trèfle.
When you look at these East-West cards, you actually don't know whether you've done the right
Donc
thing
ça
or the
coûte
wrong thing. If the diamonds were 4-1, the opponent's slam would be cold. If somebody had a void in spades, the opponent's slam would be cold. Not so easy. We would all be laughing at them if they did the wrong thing.
Ah, il a peut-être entamé trèfle dans l'espoir de la coupe à trèfle chez son partenaire. Parce que si... Hein, je vous rappelle que Gru a alerté son enchère de passe à 6 cœurs. Donc ça doit vouloir dire 0 de défense puisqu'il en a 0. Donc il doit en trouver 2 en face. Puisque Moss n'a pas défendu. Donc il a essayé la coupe à trèfle. c'est marqué. Ah, il a dit 6 piques finalement. Ah, moi j'ai pas tout suivi, pardon, la séquence n'était pas terminée. Voilà, oui, je m'excuse. Je croyais que Seeker était devenu le contrat final.
Oh well, it's more exciting than a quiet 5-heart contract in the other room for sure. Last board, that was 4 imps more to Italy. They lead by 21. Closed room, East-West played 4 hearts, making 620. Very unfavorable lie of the heart suit, so a good result, I think, for Italy from the closed room. 2 diamonds was 18-19 balanced, and a transfer auction to 4 hearts. 9 of diamonds lead did not work well. A club lead might have given Declare a lot of problems.
Hello to everybody.
Hello.
Alberto, what do you see in the Bermuda Bowl? What are happening?
Well, in the Bermuda Bowl, this match we are seeing on VuGraph has been a very strange match. The Americans, they started very well, and the rank was 29-1 after a few hands. Now Italy is winning by 47-30, and it seems that we are getting some other points in the board 15. So, but both teams, let's say, are quite in good position. And the other 2 interesting matches were Netherlands against Brazil, and Netherlands won, and so Brazil is now out of the 8.
Yes, but the difference between Brazil and Monaco is
yes, because Monaco winning just a little against Bulgaria could get to the 8th place. But look, Fernando, in the first 7 position at the moment, let's say that they are not sure, but they are good position. Then from the 8th position to the 12th, they are really very close. All the teams are very close. And if we switch to the ladies,
France have a substantial advantage against Sweden after this match.
France has a big advantage against Sweden. France is, I can say that France is now qualified for sure.
They destroy in Indonesia 58-21.
Yeah. While Sweden lost to New Zealand,
yes,
which was really unexpected.
Well, New Zealand have a tough team. Last year in Poland, they qualified to quarters. So
now they are 10th. But I mean, Sweden was playing really very well. So
they have a wonderful pair.
Yeah.
New Zealand, Michel Barrel and Guillaume Tislebol.
Okay.
So from Norway,
Norway,
but nowadays living in New Zealand.
And so they play with 4 New Zealand. Shall we switch to the ladies?
Okay. Bermuda Bowl, Venice Cup.
Venice Cup. In here, there were some very interesting match. Of course, the more interesting match was one between the first, that was Sweden. I say was
Netherlands
because Netherlands had a good win against 41-15 against Sweden. Now Netherlands, they are the Dutch girls. They are again in the first place of the ranking, followed by Poland.
Remember to everybody that Sweden started the day in the top of the list, no? So now in 3rd.
And Poland won really a big match against Australia that has always been in the first 8, Australia. But now Poland put them out of the first 8, and Poland now is second.
USA 1 and USA 2. Follow your pronostic are in very bad position.
Yes, but they don't
Maybe
see.
they
You
don't
remember, yes, the
qualify.
Kokish. Yes, he explained the why. Because no, I think Gittelman
Fred
told us why. Because they it's a really bad championship for both of the USA teams. England on his way as
and Russia.
and Russia. It was a very good match.
But do you think that nowadays the European women player are more strong than the American player?
Well, considering Dutch players and Swedish players and French players, I think that a match USA North America against
in your
Europe.
opinion, what is the reason that in this moment?
Well, first of all, is a case, Fernando. Once you can have almost in the same years in a country. Let's take Italy. They born almost in the same year. Versace, Duboin.
Do you think that the coach job is more important in Europe than in USA?
For sure.
In the woman category.
In the woman category, because in the States, as you know, they play with sponsor very often, so they don't train so much. In Europe, we are making a very good job and very serious job. Here again, Fernando, notice that there are 7 teams up from the first position that could say are almost in a, let's say,
in
not safe, but in a very comfortable position. Then there are 3 teams that have almost the same average. Then this Argentina, Argentina, which is halfway, and then from Brazil as a
more far, Brazil.
More far, but Argentina could still do very well, in my opinion. If we move to, you have something else
they are
to say?
winning now to Indonesia. That is a very strong team.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, they win by 42 to 32. So
okay, your field.
Yeah.
The Dorsey Trophy. Your field is the Dorsey Trophy.
Thank you very much, Fernando. Let's move. So now, Sandra, if you can put, okay, Dorsey Trophy. Well, USA too, that was making a counter and one horse running. Now it's very close to France. Just 8 points between USA 2 and France.
But if you consider the 9th place, they have 43 victory points. It's a lot.
Yes, it's really a lot. And in here, Fernando, do you notice that there are 8 teams that are in a comfortable position?
The 9th team, Argentina, is 10 victory points.
Again, Argentina is the one
Austria.
who can find to, let's see, some other result. That
what happened with Italy, your country?
Italy? You mean in Dorsey? Well, Italy is doing what we expected to do. Now they're winning against India. I mean, I am almost sure that Italy will qualify in this in Dorsey Trophy, because it's a Thus team. They know each other very well.
And how is your opinion about the Poland team that for the moment is not qualified?
I was sure that the Poland team would have, I didn't say an easy way to qualify, but for sure, I don't know what happened, but they are still in a position where they can qualify.
Expectation position.
Expectation, like Argentina, more or less.
Yes.
They are just 2 points.
And Japan.
And Japan, they are just 2 points of difference. Okay, do you think that's all for the moment?
I was very happy because Giorgio interview was wonderful. So
Giorgio is always very kind, very clear. He answers.
A real star.
A real star. He also always answer all the questions and so it's a really nice person.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. See you in the
See
next
you in the next
broadcasting in
about 1 hour, 1 hour,
1 hour and a half.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you
all.
to everybody,
Thank
and
you.
don't forget to follow us.
Thank you.
Suite de jouer. Il se débarrasse du roi de cœur. Donc là, il y a 9 levées.
Yep. Defenders have 3 tricks. I don't think declarer can avoid a diamond loser. Okay, nicely played. 1 to Italy. They win by 22 in a really exciting match. And we'll be back at 2:30.
Donc à 14h30, France contre Monaco. Voilà. Les joueurs de
France-Monaco.
France-Monaco à 14h.
And thank you.
14h30.
Thank
Voilà,
you
merci.
to all our Facebook watchers. To quote Douglas MacArthur, I'll be back. Or maybe it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Eight and 9.